I had a thought recently when I heard that Donald Trump had proposed creating a 50-year mortgage. And my thought was this: conservatism is dead. We need to stop using the word to refer to the Republican Party, to the political right in the US, and certainly to the Trumpist political movement. And what I'm referring to here is not the idea of a sort of individual or social conservatism, how you get married, how you conduct yourself, and so on. Although I think pretty obviously the idea of cultural conservatism does not apply at all to the Trumpist political movement or Trump himself. Now, what I'm referring to is political conservatism. The idea that individuals conserve power to themselves, sort of William F. Buckley's idea that we won't cede our own power to the government, to political whims. Henry David Thoreau's idea that that government is best which governs least, or the idea central to the founding of the American Republic that we should, as individuals, endow our government with power to protect our individual rights, but only so much power as the government needs. And that the structure of our government should create checks and balances on the use of that authority, and as much as possible reserve the authority to the individuals, to their local and state governments, and only cede so much power to the federal state as was necessary. That idea is out the window. It used to be that Republicans at least gave lip service to this idea, even as they ran up the deficit and spent wildly on national defense and what have you. They gave lip service to this idea that we should prevent the growth of a nanny state, we should preserve individual decision-making, that a government that was here to help you was inherently scary, right? Not that long ago, Republicans would make fun of the Democrats for picking winners and losers in the market. Even now, people are warning about Mamdani's plan to create sort of free grocery stores, or state-run grocery stores, as some sort of creeping socialism. But meanwhile, the federal government's taken an enormous stake in one of the world's largest chip manufacturers. We've got Donald Trump using tariff authority to interfere and shape domestic economic decisions by trying to increase manufacturing. That's a direct influence of the federal government in the economy, using the bully pulpit and political power to lean on media companies to influence the decisions they make. It's an enormous increase in the scope of federal power and an enormous increase in the amount it interferes in our individual decision-making. Why does it matter? Well, as problematic as a two-party system is, at least there's two parties. At least if they have a difference in ideology, they can argue over it. We've now had a Republican Party that's completely ceded the ground of economic and political conservatism. So now it's nanny state through and through. It's big government through and through. It's just on one side, it's kind of racist.